Okay, hi. Okay, hi. This is going to be a review of the Deep Breath episode of Doctor Who. As this clearly shows the name of the episode. Okay. As we go to the first picture, we see a dinosaur in this episode, which was um cool. You know, it's obvious, it's cool, it's wonderful, it's marvelous. No one questioned how it was there. Okay, first of all. Okay, now this is just something that I found a bit weird is the TARDIS was inside the dinosaur, right? Now, it could obviously materialized into the dinosaur or the dinosaur ate it. You know, there's two theories to that. But what really gets me is how did the dinosaur get there, right? How? So what you're saying is the TARDIS was inside the dinosaur, and then the TARDIS and the dinosaur both materialized there. Marvelous. Never seen that happen before, but there you go. It was a good so yeah, we see that bit. We see the dinosaur in this episode. Okay, next one. Okay. Not good at names, so forgive me, and I'm not good at names in real life. But this character, which is the lizard, I will call her the lizard because I can't remember her name. But she was, you know, being a detective, explaining or explaining why, trying to figure out why the dinosaur was there. Okay. And the funny bit of the episode was where the dinosaur spat out the out the um out the TARDIS, and the police officer was there. Goes, I think it's just laid an egg. I think it's just laid an egg. That was so funny. And she goes, you obviously don't know about anatomy in any way. First of all, right, it come out of its mouth. Second of all, is guess what? It had police box written on it, and the policeman thought it was an egg. I thought that was pretty funny. So we'll go on. Okay, this is Clara and the Doctor. Um, Now another thing. There's two instances in the Doctor Who you never see. You never see. The first of all, there was this weird gentleman. He was in the back alley or something. Um, and he was tussling and asking him for his coat and stuff. Asking for his coat and stuff. And you never and they were tussling, they were talking, and then you go to another scene, and then they go to this cafe, which is full of these robots, which you'll see in a minute. You'll see the robot in a minute. Um, but you never see him because he was pestering this homeless dude to give his jacket. He explains that by saying that he sold his watch. Did he nick the jacket? Did he hurt the dude to get the jacket? You know, there's a lot of you never see that. You never see that. Okay, this is them in the restaurant. Okay, and he pulls out a strand of Clara's hair and he drops it on the floor. And he goes, "All these people. This is how they realised they were human when they weren't breathing. That is why it's called don't deep breath because none of them both, you know, took a breath at all." They did some talking in this bit, and then the scene. Then they got up from the chairs, which was really funny. Which was really funny, and then they got up from the chairs and they tried to leave, but all the robots wouldn't let them. They sat back down and said, "Can I see the kiddies menu then?" Being all weird. Okay, and then one of the robots started scanning them, saying, "You can have spleen, eyeballs," because these robots wanted parts of humans to to take to make themselves keep living on. Okay, here we see uh the lizard and the bald dude. Can't remember his name. Frax, I think his name is. Those two. He was very funny in this episode because they were in this room where they were getting attacked by all these robots, and and then they did something, and then the lizard dude and the girl rolled down on these sheets, and then bring up their swords, and was all in a sword stance. But Frax obviously tried, and he just plummeted to the floor and hit the floor hard as you like. Not even, and she turns around and says, "Frax, you should take the door. You know you can't do this. You know you can't do this." So that was a little comedy moment, okay? And obviously Clara thought that she'd been left on her own because the doctor wasn't around, but actually he was pretending to be one of the robots by wearing one of their masks and not breathing. So that was really fun. There's another shot. There's a dinosaur. This is the first shot you really get in the scene in the episode. Um, I thought it was really nicely done. I thought it was really nice done. There's her again. Uh, she wears a veil. She wears a veil not to show scaliness, but she does it so she doesn't. So brings pity. She went on some jargon about why she wears it. I'm not going to go too much into some of this because obviously I don't want you to be spoiled. And there is the air balloon. Now this scene was a really good scene for three reasons. One, because when the shot was in the air balloon, he said, I have a distinct feeling I recognise you. Why? And then he mentioned Madame du Pompadour. So I reckon that robots are from. I reckon these robots are from the Madame du Pompadour episode. Just they look very different because they've been thousands of years without growing skin, putting skin on themselves. The second reason why this is very good is because they had a tussle, and the doctor goes, "Just jump," because the one he was talking to was the main one. If he dies, all the others stop working. So he goes, just jump. Right, and they tussle, and he goes, "I really hope you're stronger than me. I really hope you're stronger," because the robot said, You look strong. You're stronger than you look." And then the doctor goes, "Well, I hope you're stronger than me," sort of thing. And then all we see is the hat. We don't see him. We see the hat, and then it pans down to the cross on that building you can see in the middle of this picture, and he was on the cross, just dead. And then we pan to the doctor, and he just looks down and then looks at the camera all menacingly, like, did he push him, or did he jump, or did the robot jump? You never kind of know that, which was cool. Which was cool. Which was cool. Now, this picture, which I've enlarged a bit, is a little teaser of the theme tune or the intro to the episode. It has changed dramatically. It has changed dramatically. The music and the visuals. I thought the visuals were better than the music itself, though I probably will in time learn to love the music. But at the moment, I'm not too keen. But I did love the visuals. I thought it has been the best so far, best, and I think it goes well with the new Doctor. I think it goes well with him. I think it goes well as well. It's got clock face. It's got sort of clock numbers. Doctor is a Time Lord. That references well. Um. So yeah. Now, in one part of the episode, Doctor Who is on a horse. He nicks a horse, and yes, he does talk to the horse. He speaks horse, and he was talking to the big ginormous thing dinosaur as well, and the scaly one said, I think he speaks think he speaks dinosaur because no one else could understand it, and the doctor was just like, yeah, So yeah, and he was also in one scene on the bed saying some things, and it sounded like he was translating what the dinosaur was saying because the dinosaur was just going around, making noises. But the doctor sounded like he, in his sleep, was doing it. We also had a Spock moment in this episode where he wouldn't sleep because he doesn't like to sleep. He just takes cat naps. And one of the and the scaly one, or the lizard, she goes, right, I want to mind meld with you. Not mind meld, but that sort of thing. And they sat on the bed, and it was this, right? He goes, think, I want to fall asleep. Think of falling asleep, right? And they both touched heads, and the doctor just fell asleep. She bounced it back at him and made him fall asleep. I thought was cool. Okay, this is a picture of him asleep. This was the picture of the scene when he started talking and translating the dinosaur. And then he gets up, looks out the window, and the dinosaur just goes up in flames. And that's when he started, you really see him going crazy then. Okay, there's Frax again, a little bigger picture of Frax. And now this is the monster. This is the monster. This is the monster. The head robot, as you like. So yeah, I thought it was a really good episode. You know, I am not judging the Doctor too much yet because it's his first episode. It's Peter Capaldi's first episode, and the Doctor's always crazy when he regenerates. Oh, and I will say this is a big spoiler for you, so don't watch this if you hate spoilers. Matt Smith is in the episode. At the end, he rings Clara and speaks some jargon to him. They have a conversation, and then she starts trusting the new Doctor. But you see a scene where she's picking up the telephone and putting it back in the telephone slot on the TARDIS. Well, if you remember, the 25th anniversary when they were Tren's Law, right? What she did that. That was after he'd rung Clara in that episode. I know, little cool thing there. So yeah, it was a very good episode. And it wasn't just Matt Smith's voice. You actually see him. You actually see him. So you do see him. Which I thought was pretty darn cool. You leave Doctor Who, and then you're already back in the new series. I really like that. It was a good episode. It was a good episode overall. Let me know your thoughts on the episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, Whovians.